Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow day trade setups for today. So pretty much as expected, sideways at the moment. Most of the week has been sideways, extremely volatile between the extremes of the levels that we have, and also we had a bit of a channel break here and a retest, but I don't really trust it. Let me put it that way. So for me at the moment, nothing really happening on the 8-hour, and on the 3-hour you can see there was our channel of sorts. You can see break, there was our retest, nice inside bar there, and oscillators pointing to the upside, and then we pretty much moved up off that structure back into the top of this consolidation area. I'm not going to call it a range or anything like that because it doesn't really have any structure to it. I just want to delete that and let's just focus on one level. So looking at this just from the outside and without a trade in at the moment, you can see downward trend, broken the downward trend line, kind of retested one of the trend lines, but the main trend line has not been broken. So the main trend line would be that one there. Okay, so that hasn't been touched at the moment. We are below the moving averages, so the trend is still down. Oscillators are starting to group back to the upside, which is indicating we could see a sell-off. But then also we've got what looks like a double bottom here. So big engulfing bar, pullback. As I said yesterday, I was looking for a higher low. We've got the higher low with an inside bar. So there's a nice bit of structure forming for a move to the upside. But we don't want to be jumping into this just yet. We wait for the Feds this evening. So if we move across the hour is pure sideways price action at the moment, just into the moving averages right now. So expect this kind of consolidation now to continue. It does look like we have possibly a flat top triangle forming, which would be a bullish reversal, but you've got one of two options today, and that's the reality of the Fed's press conference. So the Feds are going to come out and tell us exactly what they've been saying all along, and some of the market is hoping that it's not going to be 3 interest rate hikes, but the Feds are going to say they only see the need for 2 or possibly 1 rate hike. If that happens, expect the market to rally. If the Feds come out and say we're sticking to 3 and possibly a 4th one, then expect the market to fall. So that's pretty much what we're doing. And then you've got all this war noise with the Ukraine as well, which could also influence us one way or another. So yeah, it's kind of you flip a coin type territory at the moment. So I'm not really saying to you jump in on anything right now. I would wait for the Feds, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And once the Feds are out the way, and possibly for me, because it's so late in the evening and close to the end of the trading session, but probably wouldn't even bother trading it today. We'll wait to see what happens tomorrow, because what will happen is whatever move the Feds bring, so if it's a move to the upside, you'll see some kind of a pullback on structure for continuation, and if it's a move to the downside, you'll see the same. You'll see a pullback on structure for continuation down. So you may miss the Fed's move, but you will pick up the other moves. And in my experience, those are normally a lot more powerful than the initial spike of the Feds. So, sitting on my hands, waiting for the noise to get out the way, and then we will look at this. Earnings have been fairly good. I don't see anything glaring, but I suppose the earnings has been priced into the structure. Has been priced into the indexes at the moment. So yesterday's earnings, there wasn't a single, earnings per share, there wasn't a single one that was below forecast. From a revenue perspective, there were 1 or 2 that were below forecast, but not major misses, just slight misses. But overall, everybody was positive, and that includes Microsoft, which is one of the big ones. Microsoft was a pretty good set of earnings that came out. So anyway, didn't really affect the market. So we're waiting to see what happens here. So my advice is simple: sit on hands and let's wait for structure before jumping in on this. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.